Hi, and welcome to another video in the MallincamSky series. Today, I would like to talk about the left side panel on MallincamSky. And I don't mean about just controlling the camera. I want to talk about what else we can do with that. So, speaking of camera, make sure your camera's plugged in, and we will go and start MallincamSky. There we go. As you can see, I'm using a DS432, and for this video I'm shooting in the daytime, so I will be imaging my favorite lamppost. So this is the left control panel. Now we know from a previous video that we can left click hold on the camera name, and we can drag this around, and we can double left click to move it back. But I'm interested today in talking about these tabs down below. Now the camera tab gives us the commands that we've been talking about, but there's a tab called folders which displays the folders, and right now it's based off my desktop, but I can open up any of these folders and expand them, and the undo and redo tab, which is for the image tab up here. So let's go to our folders. And let me just open up, for example, the images. I'm going to double click on the images folder, and it opens up a browse tab over here, and these are the images inside that folder. Now if I point to another folder and double click that, let's say Jupiter, it will open up that folder. There's only one browse, but these are the images available inside that. So let's go back to the images. There we go. Now, if all the images, you can double click on one of those images and open up that actual image. So I've opened up the image in browse called Jupiter, and there it is over here. So let's do some things to it with the image button, because we're dealing with an image. So I'm just going to do some weird stuff just to set up an example here. So I'm going to go and I'm going to adjust, maybe just the brightness and make it a bit brighter. Alrighty, let's see what else we can do. We'll make this stuff look really ugly. Oh, color. Let's make this thing have a higher blue. And what else can we do? Let's do a curve. There we go. Apply that guy. And one more thing. Let's just rotate this beastie 270 degrees. So we've done a whole bunch of weird stuff to our image. Remember, the asterisk is telling us that we haven't saved these changes. The original file, Jupiter, is untouched until we change it, either replace it or give it a new name. But if I go to the undo redo tab with this image, it shows us all the processes that we did. You can see the last thing I did was rotate. Now I can click on these little checkboxes and I can roll back before I rotated, or before I did a curve, or to the point when I just opened it up, and I can go forward and backwards. And I can also use these green arrows as well to move forward and backwards, and or I can click on one of these for example the color adjustment, and I can actually remove that from this process. So I'm just going to go right back to the last thing, because there's another little icon. It's like the duplicate. So here's my Jupiter PNG where I've done all those cool ugly stuff to it. I'm going to hit the duplicate button, and it's going to open up a brand new tab, graphic image tab 0001, right, which is exactly the duplicate of what we've just done, except you notice on its undo redo, the only operation it knows about is open. So from here, I can go to an image process and just do one thing. Let me just extract green. There we go. So for this image, those are the operations I've done, but for this image, those are the operations I've done. So for each image, MallincamSky retains the operations that it has done. So that's what undo and redo does, and it's specifically for the images. There we go. Now I'm going to go back to the camera just to show you something kind of neat. I discovered this accidentally, but if you right click on anywhere here, so remember, left click opens up the actual command, but if you right click, it opens up this little window, and from here you can do something really cool. You can actually expand all of those commands. We do, right? Normally we open them one at a time as we need them and close them one at a time. It's kind of cool. But again, pointing anywhere, right click, and I can collapse them all. So that's a nice way of collapsing them all. Before, sometimes if you're like me, you have about 7 or 8 of them open and you have to close them one at a time. But if you right click, it will open up a little window and you can choose collapse all and it will collapse all. So hopefully this video was of interest to you, and I would like to thank you for watching. As I always say, if you have any questions, log into our Mallincam user group and pose a question and somebody will get back to you. And as always, clear skies, and thank you for watching.